What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Silvezio, and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little different. I haven't done this on the channel yet, but today I'm going to be doing a review on GTA 5, which was one of my favorite all-time games, but in its recent state, I just can't play it anymore. It's that bad. But yeah, so we're just going to dive on into this video and see what's going on, and starting off with GTA 5 story mode. GTA 5 story mode is pretty good. It's pretty average. However, it's not the best. GTA 4 had its really edgy and a very depressing atmosphere. GTA San Andreas had a really outgoing atmosphere, that had a bunch of jokes, and it had a bunch of cruel humor basically. And aside from all that, the story is serious at the same time. So it's a really good balance of humor and basically just cruel humor and action and all that. But on GTA 5, I don't know. It's just really stale, I play this game, and as soon as, it's funny and it's fun to play during the first parts. However, once you get into the FIB missions, it gets very boring very quick. So it tries to do what San Andreas did good, but it does it worse. I guess it's like the little brother that tries to copy the big brother, but in the end it doesn't really go together. So yeah, so basically they try to make it so in San Andreas, CJ has the problem with Crash, aka Tenpenny, and the other people. I don't know their names, I really forgot. But Tenpenny, Pulaski, and Hernandez, I believe. And CJ is doing the dirty jobs for them and all that. In this game, Michael is doing the dirty jobs, and it's very boring because at the end of the day, when you're watching, you're going to notice how basically Michael tries doing everything and he tries being funny, but at the end of the day, it just comes off as he's trying too hard and stuff, and the jokes aren't funny at all. I just kind of cringe a bit. But overall, I'd give the story like a 7 out of 10. I'm going to show you guys some little video clips of my proof. I think the only character I actually find funny in this game is probably Lamar and Trevor.
Who knew you could use a tattoo gun? It's one of those skills you pick up in prison. Inking your name on your celly.
Center.
How about you suck my...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your moment. Please don't make me ruin all the great work your plastic surgeons have been doing. On the floor, now!
Lamar and Trevor are really funny characters. Everyone else is just kind of boring, especially Michael, and because he's just stuck up basically. Now moving on to online. Online GTA is pretty good for the most part until you reach the dark end, which is the griefers, tryhards, all that. So when I got this game around 2014 and I started playing online back on PS3, I believe. It was really fun, the cars. I think the most expensive car at the time was $1 million, and it was the Adder or something like that, or I don't know if it was the Adder or the T20. It was one of those two, but one of those were the most expensive. And now every single car that comes out is over 500 grand, and sometimes it could be up to like $3 million just for one little crappy car. I know the Honda Civic, the old Honda Civic, is like 800 grand, I believe, or something along those lines. But yeah, basically you can't play this game longer than 5 seconds because you're gonna get blown up by a tryhard, guaranteed.
You serious?
going to be flying around in the suppressor. He's going to blow you up. It's not fun. It's boring. Another thing is shark cards. Shark cards galore. Basically, if you want to do anything, if you want to do in this game, you need to buy a shark card or you got to grind for 20 hours. I don't have 20 hours to grind. I've already put in too much time onto this game. I've put in about what? I don't even know. I'll put up a screenshot of how many days, literal days, I have on this character. It's not funny. I've spent so much time grinding with the boys, and I just gave up on this game, and I'm moving on to other things. I'll come on here every once in a while to see what's new, you know, if they added anything good. But for the most part, it's the same old game. It just gets boring. They're just adding new cars at this point, and they're milking this game dry. Speaking of milking the game dry, instead of making a new Grand Theft Auto or a new Red Dead or something new, Bully 2. Nope. You know what Rockstar does? Hey bud, you want GTA 5? You like GTA 5? Okay, here's GTA 5 for the next gen consoles. You like GTA 5? Oh, here you go. We don't want GTA 5, Rockstar. We want GTA 6. We want Bully 2, Red Dead 3, something. We want something good. We don't want the same game over and over and over again. This is going to be like the 5th time they release it on consoles. Or sorry, not consoles. Here, I'll put it up for example. This game has been released 2 times. Last gen, 2 times current gen, 1 time on PC, and now the new consoles are coming out. It's going to be released 2 more times. So this is going to be the 7th time they revealed it. Okay? 7th release. If you want to get technical with it and just count each console generation as one game, fine, we'll do that. This is going to be the 4th time they release the same game. 4th time. That's still a lot. That would be like Activision or Treyarch or whatever releasing Black Ops 2 on PS3 and Xbox 360, PS4 and Xbox One, Series X and PS5 and PC. It's already on PC, but you know, that's literally how it is. It's at this point, it's just the same game. It's not even worth buying it. Just, you know, save your money. We need to stop letting these money-hungry companies do all this stuff in order to benefit on the consumer base. But anyways, back to the story mode. There's 3 main characters in this game. The main characters are Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. Those 3 characters have their own special abilities. Trevor, it has the ability to become invincible, and he has the ability to do increased damage with bullets and punches. Michael has the ability to slow down time. He slows down time, and the ability doesn't last too long, but it does help out in very complicated situations. Franklin has the ability to slow down time, and therefore he gets better handling and all that good stuff. All in all, the 3 abilities are pretty good. In online, you don't get any of that. Online, which is understandable because it's an online game, you can't really have that. But they could have at least made, you know, online have like certain unique abilities that you could pick while making your character and you can't change them later. You know, like, it would be really cool if they had something where you could do extra damage and take less damage, or you could do something that speeds you up for a second, stuff like that. That would be really cool. But at that point, it's basically turning into a superhero game, and I don't really like that. So it's kind of a good thing that Rockstar went down this route. One thing I will say is online is very customizable. Story mode is really bare bones when it comes to customization. All you can do is really just change the way your car looks, change your outfits, all that. Online, you get to pick your character from scratch. You get to, you know, mess around with like the parents and all that and make your own character using different parents. And then you could change your appearance in there, you know, getting some of the basic clothing that you get from barely starting the game. And you get to set your abilities and all that. It's really fun, you know, I like it. I like the system. But at the end of the day, customization isn't really that much when everything costs millions of dollars to just customize a little bit. Literally, a shirt in the newer versions of GTA is what, like $2,000 for a shirt, And it's like one of like the low end shirts too. I know you can get some of the cheaper shirts, but those are like the really standard, you know, original GTA 5 shirts, and they're not really good. They're pretty bare bones basically. If you want any of the good shirts and outfits and all that, get ready to spend a lot of money, or you know, grind and all that. Another thing I will say is online is filled with glitches. Now, there are some glitches that are good, such as money glitches. I like money glitches because I really love doing money glitches when I don't have time to play the game. I could just do a glitch and, you know, basically get some money. I know you can probably say, "Oh, Ezio, you're cheating." Look, I don't want to spend 2 days grinding just to get $5 million. I really do not want to spend. I'm not even exaggerating. When I say 2 days, I mean 48 hours of grinding. I don't mean like playing 2 hours a day for $5 million. No, I actually mean spending 48 hours just to get $5 million. There's this guy on YouTube that basically spends all of his time playing GTA Online. That's all he does. All he does. That's basically what his channel is all about. GTA Online. He has, I think it's 500 something million dollars in legit money, and he's been grinding since the game came out non-stop. I don't want that. I don't want to spend all my time grinding. I want to rather do glitches and get money easily than spend like half of my life grinding. It's boring. I hate grinding. You know, it would have been fine if it didn't take that long, or if the cars were cheaper. But at this point, Rockstar has made it so bad to a point where it's a necessity to grind. Otherwise, you won't basically get anywhere. Now, this comes up to my next point. This is an original IP game. You know, it's all Rockstar games. This game is based off nothing. It's just its own standalone game. This is what Rockstar thought of. You know, it is what it is. Another thing I'm going to pull up is it cross-platform? No, it is not cross-platform. So PC, Xbox, and PlayStation friends, you're out of luck if you want to play together. Next thing is, what's the game rating? The game rating here is rated M for mature. It's rated M for mature for an obvious reason. However, lots of little kids play this game, and it's all due to poor parenting, unless the parents don't care. If the parents don't care, that's fine, but there's some parents who blame the video games for being too violent instead of blaming themselves for buying the kid the game. You have to be 17 to buy the game, so obviously they paid for it. It's not Rockstar Games' fault, it's their fault. Bad parenting. If you don't want them to play the game, don't buy it for them. Next thing here is, how toxic is the community? Community is very toxic, especially if you're just playing casually. Yes, you can find some cool people, but most of the time, if you run into a tryhard and if they kill you with an oppressor mark II, they're going to call you bad, even though you're just minding your business, and they come up to you with a literal bike that shoots rockets. Here's a perfect explanation, or I should say, a very good presentation of this happening. Another thing is, it's very fast-paced gaming. It's not very competitive at all, but the missions are pretty fast. If you take too long, your time will run out, or you're gonna get blown up eventually. It's not fun. There are basic ways to level up. Story mode does not have any leveling up things. Like, it has no level system. It only revolves around you, like, just wasting time and doing all these missions and all that, and then when you're doing all those missions, you level up, and then there you get something called reputation points, or RP for short. It's pretty average, you know. It's like what you see in many games, so it's fine. But it does take a lot of grinding once you get to level like 300, I'd say. Other than that, I think that's all I'm gonna be doing for this video. Now it's time to go edit. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.